Hi everyone and welcome to the second video on DAAD Scholarships for International Students in Germany for session 2021-22. In the previous video, we talked about the engineering programs for which scholarships are available, and in this video, we will talk about further fields for which you can apply for the scholarships. So let's talk about the content of this video. In the very beginning, we will talk about the applicants from different countries who are eligible to apply for these scholarships. We will check the programs which are available in different fields, and these fields are agriculture, economics, business administration, natural and environmental sciences, medicine or public health. We will check the eligibility, so what requirement you have to fulfill so that you get the scholarship. We will check the value of scholarships and the benefits that you will get. We will check the documents that are required for the application purpose and in which format you have to prepare these documents. And we will check what are the application steps and how the selection procedure will work. So let's start with the eligible countries. So I have listed all the countries, and if you are one of these countries, if you are applicant from any of these countries, you can apply for the scholarship. So if we start from the left side, we have Europe, Africa, America, etc., and which is the regions are further divided into north and south or east part of the world. So you can easily identify and locate if your country is also among the list, and if you have figured it out and if you have seen that your country is listed in uh, this particular list, then you are able to apply for these scholarships. And now we move to the uh, agriculture programs. So the first program for which you can apply is agricultural economics at University of Hohenheim. The deadline will be mentioned in brackets always. So I have listed the name of program, I have listed the name of university, and I have listed the deadline. The deadline will always be in the brackets. So the deadline for this particular program is 1st of December 2020. This is a very good university. You can name it as an agricultural university because they are offering many programs in agriculture. So even if you do not get a scholarship at this particular university, in this particular program, you can even check the website of this university to find out further programs for which you can apply on self-finance. The university fee for master program is 1,500 euros for the international students. The next program is MSc in International Horticulture at University of Hanover. The deadline for this is 1st of October 2020. The next program is Agriculture Sciences and Resource Management in Tropics and Subtropics at University of Bonn. The deadline is a bit earlier, so it's 15th of September 2020. Then we have Tropical Forestry at Technical University of Dresden, for which the deadline is 30th October 2020. The fifth program is Tropical and International Forestry at University of Göttingen. The deadline is 15th of October. So you see that there are different universities which are offering these programs, and you can figure out if you want to stay in one particular city or at one particular university or not. So you have a good selection of programs as well as the universities and regions, definitely. So the next field is economics and business administration. So we check which programs and at which university are available for this. So the first program is Master in International and Development Economics at HTW Berlin. HTW stands for Hochschule für Technik und Wirtschaft, and the deadline for this program is 31st of August 2020. And the next program is Master of Arts in Development Economics at University of Göttingen. The deadline is 15th of November. Then we have an MBA program in Small Enterprise Promotion and Training at University of Leipzig. The deadline for this is 1st of October. So these are the three programs which are available in economics and business administration. We move to the next field, which is natural and environmental sciences, and see what are the programs available. The first program is International Studies in Aquatic Tropical Ecology at University of Bremen, 15th of October is the deadline for this. Environmental governance at University of Freiburg, again 15th of October is the deadline. Then we have 3 different courses at Technical University of Applied Sciences, Cologne. The first program is Natural Resources Management and Development. The second program is Integrated Water Resources Management at, again, Technical University of Applied Sciences, Cologne. The third program is Renewable Energy Management at the same university. So all these 3 programs have same deadline, and all 3 programs are conducted at Technical University of Applied Sciences in Cologne. It's a very lively and very big city of Germany. Landscape ecology and nature conservation at University of Greifswald. So the deadline for this particular program is 15th of December. So these are the 6 programs which are available for which you can apply scholarships. And now let's see what are the programs are available in medicine or public health. It's a very high in demand. The first program is International Health at Freie University or Humboldt University, Berlin. The deadline is 15th of October for this program. Global and Urban Health at University of Freiburg, 1st March 2021 is the deadline. And the third program is International Health at University of Heidelberg. University of Heidelberg is one of the most diverse university and also one of the oldest universities in Germany, especially the health and medicine field of this particular university is very popular and is they have very high requirements also. So these were the fields for which you can apply the scholarships, and now we check what is the eligibility or what requirements you have to fulfill so that you can get a scholarship for any of these fields. So these eligibility and the list of documents that we will cover in the next section of the video, they apply for all the programs. So in the requirements, first we check what are the academic requirements that you have to fulfill. So your bachelor degree must be you must have completed a bachelor degree with above average grade, well above average grade. So if you check, if you consider 4 scale GPA, your CGPA must be around 3.8, 3.7, and I'm talking about the overall GPA, not the GPA of last semester or last year. So you have to calculate your overall GPA, and if it is around 3.8, 3.7, then you have very good chances. And you have to fulfill the academic requirements of the respective program. So the program you are applying, you have to check the website of that particular program and see what additional requirements they might be having for admission purpose. So let's say that they are asking that you have to complete, you must have completed 10 credit hours in economics and 10 credit hours in business administration if you are applying for economics program. Then such specific program specific requirements must be fulfilled also. And your bachelor degree must be of 4 years and in an appropriate program. So which means that if you are applying for engineering, for example, your bachelor degree also must be in engineering, not that you have studied arts or medicine or any other program, business, for example, and you are applying for an engineering program. That this should not be the case. So now let's talk about the language requirements. The language requirement is listed here. That's the minimum requirement, but this is not the final requirement as far as the language requirements are concerned, because the university may ask for 6.5 or 7 score, whereas here it is listed 6. So this is the minimum requirement, but you have to check the requirement at the university's website and see whether you qualify you fulfill this requirement or not. The next is motivation letter. We will talk about the motivation letter in next slides, because we have to consider many points regarding motivation letter. So we will talk about when we talk about the documents. 2 years of professional experience is mandatory, and this must be at the time of application. It should not be the case that you say, okay, I have completed 1 year of professional experience and I will gain another 1 year before the start of program, because the program will start in 2021. So this should not be the case. You must complete you must have completed the 2 years of professional experience before the deadline. So the time you apply, your 2 years of experience must be there, and it must be after the completion of your bachelor degree. Now let's talk about the scholarship value and the benefit that you will get. The scholarship value is 850 euros per month, and you will be getting this amount for 12 to 24 months. So if the program duration is 18 months, 1.5 years, then you will get it for 1.5 years. If the program duration is for 24 months, then you will get it for 2 years. The payment towards health insurance will be covered, and accidental and personal liability insurance will be covered. This is a very big plus advantage. If you alone go for the health insurance, which is mandatory for students, you have to pay around 90 to 95 euros per month. Your travel allowance will be covered, and if under certain conditions, scholarship holders will get additional benefits, which can be monthly rent. So if you check how much you can get through this, that depends on the city, but roughly 200 to 250 euros to 400 euros is the average rent in the university's hostel. So if this is provided to you, you can you will be getting additional 200, 300 euros for your rent. And if your family members are accompanying you, then you may get monthly allowance for the period for which you will get this scholarship. Now let's talk about the required documents and the format in which you have to prepare the documents. You have to first get the application form. You have to fill the application form with a current date. The application form link is provided in the description of this video, so you can check the description to find out the application form. And you have to you have to prepare a CV. The format of CV is a specific format, which is the recommended one. The format of CV is called Europass, and where you can get this format, I have provided a link in the description of this video. So you check the link and prepare the CV in that particular format. And after you take a printout of it, also sign your personal CV. The personally signed letter of motivation. So now we talk about the motivation letter in detail. So if you apply for one particular program, let's say in health, you have to write one motivation letter. And if you apply for 2 or 3 programs, now you have to remember that you can only apply for 3 programs. That is the maximum limit. You cannot apply for 4 programs. So 3 is the maximum limit. And if you apply for 2 or 3 programs, then you have to add additional things in your motivation letter. You have to describe 2 additional things. First is why you are applying for these 2 or 3 programs, and second thing, why you have prioritized these 2 or 3 programs in the order that you have mentioned in the application form. So first, why you are applying for more than one program, and the second thing is that why have you prioritized the programs in the given order. And you have to relate your personal 2 years of professional experience with the program that you are applying for. You have to get letter of recommendation from your current employer, and this letter of recommendation must be issued on the letterhead of company, must be signed and stamped by the issuing authority, and it must contain also the current date. The certificate of employment, which proves that you have completed 2 years of relevant working experience. If you have been working with only one company for the last 2 years, you can get it from there. And if you have changed your employers in the meantime, you have to get one letter of employment or letter of experience from each employer, so that you provide an evidence that you have completed 2 years of working experience at the time of application. You have to provide the proof of language proficiency, academic degree, the copies of academic degrees you have to provide, and copies of academic transcripts must be there. And if you are an applicant from China, then you have to get APS certificate. This is only requirement from the applicants of China. So now let's talk about the application process and the selection process. The application and selection process consists of 4 steps. In the first step, applicant has to complete the application form of the master program to which you are interested. If you are interested in 2 programs, you have to apply at for 2 different programs. So there is one DAAD application form and one application form from the university for which you are applying. So if you are applying for University of Göttingen, let's say, you have to check at the website of University of Göttingen what is their application process and what are the required documents, and you have to prepare all these documents. And in addition to that, if any document that we have covered earlier is not listed in the list of required documents at the university's website, then you have to include this additionally. But one document that you have to include for sure is the DAAD application form and the motivation letter, which we have covered already. So you apply for the respective master program. You do not need to send any application documents to DAAD directly, neither through any portal nor through post. You should not send these documents to DAAD. Rather, you have to apply at the university, and you have to include that DAAD application form, and this will tell the universities that you are applying for DAAD scholarships also for this particular program. Now the second step is that there is a committee at the universities, and they will identify and suggest that he or she is a potential candidate for scholarship, and they will forward it to DAAD. Now DAAD will contact the applicant, and they will ask the applicant to upload their complete documents on the portal of DAAD. So this is the third step. And the fourth step is that the selection process will be finalized after you have uploaded all the documents that DAAD has asked you to upload on their portal. And after this fourth step, the final selection will take place, and you will be getting a final outcome of your application, which can be acceptance or rejection. So I hope that you get an overview of what is the document, what are the documents, what are the programs, how you have to apply. I wish you all the best for your application, and I wish that you get a scholarship. And don't forget to subscribe my channel, and don't forget to share the videos with your friends, so that more and more students can get benefit from this specific program. Thank you.